Exercise number 10. We will create the 3D models of the part in SolidWorks by using Revolved. The Revolved is different from the Extrude. Let me explain. Let me show you how different. For the Extrude, if I sketch the profiles of this part in a rectangle shape and then I'll extrude them. This extrude will be the direction of the extrude will be perpendicular to the sketching plane of perpendicular to the profile surface like this. But if I used revolve, revolve is in the feature. This revolve will be rotate the profile about the axis. For example, if I select the revolve like this and the axis of revolutions are the axis of rotations of the surface, I select this one, then I will get the I will get the cylinder like this because the profile is in rectangle shape. Okay, and the revolve we in the extrude we can we can we can select the thickness or we can set the thickness of the extrusion, but in revolutions in revolve we can set the angle of the revolutions of the rotations of we can set the angle of rotations of the profile like this. Okay, and change direction by reverse by click on the reverse directions. Okay, if the sketch changed, if the profile is change the shape, if I change the shape of the profile to the circle like this, and I create the center line as the axis of revolutions like this, and then I select feature, create the revolve. Okay, I will get the donut shape like this. Okay, next, for example, if I would like to create a sphere, I have to use the revolve, but I just sketch the half of the circle like this, and then select the revolve, select this axis as the axis of the revolutions. Okay, sketch the profiles of the half of the circle and then use the revolve, I will get the sphere. Okay, but in this example, in this exercise in the exercise number 10, I will sketch that we have to sketch like this and then use the revolve, and then we'll get the pulley. Okay, start sketching. The unit is in millimeters. Okay, and then open the new part document. Check the unit first. It should be millimeter sec. Okay, and start sketch at the front plane. Okay, you can see uh, this should be our origin should be here, and then I'll start with the guideline. Just draw the guideline in the horizontal line and the guideline in the vertical line like this. Okay, then after that start sketching. We can start half of them and use the miller again. Okay, I'll start sketch hand, from the left hand side. Okay, you can see the green one is called relation sketch. This is an automatically relation that when we sketch something on the SolidWorks, some of them we don't need it. For example, uh, this one is perpendicular of the line, perpendicular three. This line and this line should be perpendicular to each other. It should not be perpendicular to each other. We can delete it. Just click on them and delete. Okay, because it's it given by the system. Okay, start. Give the dimensions. I'll start with the biggest dimension here. Right, 3. 17 and 30. This and this should be 65. Okay. And this is 108. This is 40. Keep the double dimension like this. Okay. This one is 70. Okay. And the rest is the dimensions. The rest is the relations. 62. This should be collinear. And this one, this line, and this line also collinear. This line should be parallel to each other. You can see this parallel is also is already given. Okay, I'll give the dimension here. It should be 10. This to this is 10, and the lower line should be equal. Okay. I have to give more dimension over here. It should be 62. Okay, at the upper line, this line also had the same dimensions. Okay. Give the relation between the upper lines equal to each other. The dimensions of the lower line, uh, here it should be 10, and this it should be equal to 10 too. But in this, also give the dimension here. Okay, finish sketching. We can now mirror. Select the mirror entity and select the entity to mirror. This one. And the mirror about. Okay, ready. Now our profile is finished. and then go to the feature. Now we use the revolved boss and bait. Okay, in this exercise they said that we have to use the thin feature. The thin feature is over here. Actually, if we don't select the thin feature, the extrusion, it should be the revolve, it should be like this. Select the axis of revolve, this one, and set it to okay, and reverse directions. It will just look like this. It will be the solid. It will be revolve the solid material, the solid part like this. But if we select thin feature here, you will see it will be the hollow one. It will be the hollow solid part like this. Okay, use the one directions. I guess it should be flip reverse direction inside. Okay, I think the thickness should be reduced to 5. Okay, and reverse again. Now I think it's look like the same. Change the thickness to 5 and reverse the direction. The reverse the direction is mean you can see the our sketch is here. If I reversed the directions, it will be uh, extrude inside the sketch. If I reverse the direction again, it will be add the material outside the sketch. But I guess it should be outside the sketch and reduce the thickness to the 5 millimeters. Okay, finished for this exercise.